Well, I pressed record and my eye's itchy. So I've been having quite a bit of nausea today. Like, it's not massive, but it is still enough to just kind of be like, sorry, I sniff lemons. It actually really helped. And it smells really good, so I'm just like, it's good stuff. And I just kind of squeeze it every now and then to get some of the juices to the top without squeezing it in my eye. I'm just constantly like with a lemon in my face. So it gets to the point where I almost can't smell it. So I'll take it away for a little bit. Just bring it back. And I just kind of like wipe it on my top lip so I can smell it. So weird. It's yummy and it smells good. And when I woke up, I just felt a lot more nauseous than I had been. And I know that usually I just need to kind of like keep snacking to make it settle down. I did more than snack. I had like a pretty big meal, which makes me so full because I get so full so easily now without eating a lot. But when you have yummy food, you just like, I was like halfway through and I'm like, I'm so full, but I'm gonna eat the rest. And I knew I was gonna regret it, and I kind of like did a little bit of a spit up. I didn't like puke, but it spit up a little bit. And then I've just been feeling nauseous and full and bloated. And I kind of feel like I'm way more pregnant than I am. Like, I know I'm not very pregnant at all, but I feel very pregnant. So I'm just like, I'm trying to like sit up and I've been drinking Powerade in this with water. But it's starting to make me feel a little sick. I can't drink water as well, like I have to have water and Powerade or like a little bit of cordial. Otherwise I'll just straight up vomit the water. But then like even this is starting to make me feel not great. Like, it's not too bad at first, but then it just doesn't last very long, I guess. So I need my lemon. Yeah. So I had been going through a lot of emotions before I moved here officially. It wasn't until I did have a kind of a massive breakdown that I'm like, I need to be with my partner. So and because I felt so different before I moved to Melbourne, I kind of also thought like, was I pregnant then? And I was late for my period, and I'm not usually late, and I was 5 days late, and that never happens. And then the next time I got my period, it was only for like 4 days, and that never happened. So I'm just like, it was weird and crazy. But then, I came here to Melbourne, and however long, I start to get better, but then I'm sick with a really bad sickness. And then I'm just kind of like settling in, doing whatever, organizing some more personal shit, and just whatever. And obviously, eventually, I start to be like, I am late again. But I'm like, okay, last time I was 5 days late, so it's not too bad. Like, at least that has happened before. And I didn't want to, like, tell myself, like, there's other times I thought I was pregnant, and then I kept kind of being like, oh, I could be pregnant, and I wasn't, and so I'm like, I'm not pregnant, I don't want to think about being pregnant. But then I was like, 6 days, and I'm like, I don't have my period yet. And I'm like, I can feel my period. I was like, I can feel it in my back. I can feel my period pain. So I'm like, my period needs to hurry up and come, so it stops messing with my mind. Because I'm like, getting period pains, but I'm not bleeding. And then so I decided to do a test. And the first test that I did, it looked like it was negative, but it was very, very, very faint. But yeah, I just was like, oh, I guess that's negative. But then, just still was like, what the hell? I kind of like cried a little bit on my own, because I'm like, I'm not pregnant, but I'm not bleeding yet, and I can feel my period, but it's not coming. And I'm like, it's just frustrated, because I'm like, I need to bleed if I'm gonna bleed, or I need to know I'm pregnant if I'm pregnant. So I was getting frustrated. And then the next morning, we had to clean for an inspection, and brought a 3-pack of pregnancy tests. So I took one in the morning, and it was positive, and I'm just like, I was shocked, even though I was like, something wasn't right. I freaking knew it. And I just had a big grin on my face. But then I was kind of like, oh shit. What? And then Graham's already up and cleaning. I kind of slept in because I had been feeling funny, because I'm like, I'm totally in my period. I feel, tired and shitty and the period pains, but didn't have my period. And I went to him, and the family was out, but I was just kind of like, showed him the tests casualty, like low-key. Make sure no one was looking at him, just like, look. And he just looks at it, and he doesn't really know what he's looking at. So he's just looking at it and he's like, wondering, he thought it was negative, because he's like, I don't know, what does this mean? And then I go back to the room, and he comes in, and I'm like, it's positive. And he's like, oh, well, shit. And then he told me, he didn't know what the hell he was looking at when I showed him. So I was like, yeah, that's positive. It's positive. So we have one more test. We're gonna do it later that night, and did it later that night, and it was positive. And then we made a doctor's appointment. But before we made a doctor's appointment, we told his mum, because I wouldn't have felt, it just would have felt weird, to just kind of go to the doctors and find out if I'm actually really am pregnant, and then just not tell the person whose house I'm staying, living with, and in respect to all that. So I didn't want to like feel like I was sneaking around or anything. And you know, we weren't sure, but yeah, we told people in the house and went to the doctors, positive, and did my blood test the other day. I think they took 10 bottles, it felt like. And just have more appointments. My ultrasound is tomorrow. It's gonna be weird, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I just kind of feel like I haven't been super emotional, but just mostly because I have this like, it's not like heaps nauseous feeling, but there's just that slight nausea that you just kind of like are focusing on what's going on. I know, but I'm like, but I'm also trying not to bring anything up, so I'm just like, yep. Where's me lemon? I'm already feeling like in my ribs, like I need to massage under my boobs, and my boobs have been really hurting, and I feel like they've grown already. Like, what the hell? And they're so sensitive. My god. It's bloated all the time. Just gotta like rub the top of my stomach. Yeah, is it really? Yeah, ultrasound tomorrow. I don't know.